Hello, this is Chad Payne with Lens Software. In this video we're going to talk about the FlexLevels Indicator. This is a new RTX indicator in Investor RT I'm very excited about. It's going to make sharing your price levels, your key price levels, very easy. So there may be a trader or educator that creates and maintains reference lines at key price levels and wants to share those with a larger group. FlexLevels makes it very easy to do so, makes it very easy to create the files. You put them on a server and a group of people can point at that file and the indicator pulls from a file on a server or locally. So one person can do the work to create and maintain these levels and many traders can benefit from it. So I'm going to create two videos, one on how to use FlexLevels. For most of you, you'll just want to see this video that shows you how to add FlexLevels to your chart and point at any given location. And in another video I'll show you how to create the file that feeds FlexLevels. If you're the educator or the trader that's creating the file and sharing with a group, I want to walk you through that. Both processes are very easy, so these will be quick short videos, but I do want to make the videos separate. So this is on using the FlexLevels indicator. So let's look at the options here. In the chart on the right, you're looking at one instance of the FlexLevels indicator, and it's just using the IRT sample levels that are added to the lensoft.com site. You'll notice if you click on it, if you click on one of the lines, it selects it, but it selects all the lines. So all these lines are being fed by a single instance of FlexLevels. You don't have to have 7 or 10 or 20 lines in your chart that you have to maintain. There's just one indicator, and you can drag that to other charts very easily. These first three radio buttons are options for the source of the file. Where are you going to pull the file from? This first list, educator supply levels, we'll be adding to that, but these are just trusted educators that have supplied their levels, and we basically have hard-coded the levels here so you don't have to type in the location. You can just choose from the list and it'll pull those levels off their website. And like I said, this list will grow over time. If you choose remote file, that will pull off a URL or a server. You specify the full path and it'll pull that file from the server and plot the lines. And the path you see here is actually equivalent to what's being used for IRT sample levels. It's just pulling it off of this location on our website. These are CSV files, comma separated values. So they open up and you can manage them, edit them in Excel very easily. Most of the time they're not going to need to be edited. The person that's creating these has one function that creates a file for them that they can then immediately share on the server. There's no editing needed. And you can also pull locally off your computer. So some educators may want to email these files to various traders, and then the traders can put them on somewhere on their local machine and point to that location. The location you specify will be relative to this folder here. So you'll replace these X's with the username that's used to log on to Windows. If I specify this path, this local file path, it's going to pin that to this folder, and then ultimately it'll get this full path. Now you can type in the full path as well, or the relative path, and it'll be relative to this folder with these X's being your username. So that's if you want to maintain the file locally, or if someone's emailing you the file and you have to use it and pull it from your local machine. Now symbol, this is one that you're generally going to set to auto. Auto means it's going to match up the symbol in your chart with the symbol in the file. Within each CSV file, each line is a line in the chart, and each line contains a symbol. So if you choose auto, it's just going to match up the symbol in the file with the symbol in the chart. And that's generally what you're going to use. Some educators may share many symbols, 7 or 8 symbols within a single file. And as you change the symbol in the chart, it'll reflect the lines within that file that match that symbol. So most of you are going to keep that on auto. You can choose any, and that means it'll automatically plot any of the lines regardless of symbol within that file. And there may be situations where you need to specify the symbol directly. Maybe your data feed isn't picking up the symbol, but you'll almost 99% of the time you're going to need to choose auto here. And assuming the file has lines in it that reflect the symbol you're charting, you should see the line show up. Now this bottom section is simply if you don't like the line colors, the line width, the style, the band colors, the labels that were shared by the person that created the file. So you can override those. For instance, let's say I don't like these bands. I can simply suppress bands and hit apply, and the bands go away. Maybe you like the bands, but you want to make them all pink. You just choose override band color, and all the bands are pink. Or we can suppress them. We can You can choose to suppress the labels of the price. You can override the location. You can choose to draw it across the whole chart. You can draw it on the right side 200 pixels, the left side 200 pixels. A great deal of flexibility of where you put these. If you don't like the location that the person that created the file, where he put them, you can put them where you want them. You can override the style. Maybe I like a real thick blue line. You can do that. And so you have a lot of flexibility here. And also down bottom, it's going to reflect these label current value. If you uncheck that, the current value will go away. If you check label current value, you'll see the price in the scale for each line. You can choose to use the scale color instead of the color of the or the style of the line. So you can see here, if I uncheck use scale color, it's going to use the color of each line. If I check use scale color, it's going to use the background color is going to be the color of the text in my scale. So that's flex levels. Looking forward, we'll probably be adding a few different options. We'll add how frequently it's going to check for a new version of the file. We'll also probably add an option to store these values into a series of user variables. And last, we'll probably add an option to alert when price approaches these levels. So we hope these will make life easier on many of you that are sharing levels among groups. And if you have any questions on flex levels, please email support@lensoft.com.